Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome to your reading for blessings for 2023. I'm going to do a little bit of a different reading today. I'm going to do a portion of the reading on just generally for 2023, your career specifically, and romance. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me through the last few months of my YouTube channel. And I wanted to put my face to this reading today. I'm literally channeling spirit every time I do these videos. So it's whatever I am guided to do, that's what I do. So thank you very much for being loyal and returning. And for those newcomers, thank you very much for being here. Please like, subscribe, all those algorithm things. And let's get into it and see which mandala you're attracted to this time round. So mandala number 1, 2, or 3. Let's get started. So I'm going to do just and remember, these are general readings, so they're not gender specific. They're just purely channeled for you. So take what resonates and let's get started. Ooh, okay. Mandala 1. Already I feel excited. As I'm shuffling these cards, I feel like I want to stop and pull one out, then another one, then another one. I'm like, no. Oh no. So straight away I know 2023, there's a lot coming at you. And it's almost like you don't want to rush it, okay? Just divine timing. It's a real big lesson. I feel like patience would be the word for you for the year 2023. So straight away, 7 of Earth. And the words are investment, achievement, and patience. Don't you love how angels work? Love you. Mwah, thank you, Spirit. So straight away, just generally for the year of 2023, it really is trusting how far you've actually come. You've already sown the seeds. So it's not like I feel that you need to be branching off into new directions, so to speak. It's more like just, you've been watering the seeds that you've already planted. There's experiences that you've already been through for you to learn the lessons. So it's more like sitting back and just allowing the first, particularly 3 to 4 months of the year, of you to just show up. And just showing up is enough for you for the first quarter of the year. It may not feel that it's enough. And this is the problem, challenge, opportunity for you. It's like you just want to be okay with who you are, where you are, and how far you've come. And acknowledge where you're at. Now, I share my stories purely because I'm getting seen, I'm being shown them, but also because that's how I work. My experience and what I've been through, I pepper through my readings and my one-on-ones with my clients, my mentorships, etc., purely because that's how Spirit shows me and guides me to work. Now, I know that this is for you also. Your experiences, what you know to be true, your wisdom, just that sense of trust is enough for you to share your story. When you share your story, you're going to hear what's coming out of your mouth and you're going to be learning more as you share also. Now, recently I sat down to have a think about what I'd achieved or what had happened through the last year, and I literally became blank. I couldn't think of anything that I had done. And it wasn't that I hadn't done anything, it was just that I was overwhelmed and absolutely wiped. I was absolutely exhausted. So I couldn't think. Then I started writing down everything that I had achieved, I had partaken in. And the list just wouldn't stop. I kept writing, going, no wonder I'm zapped. I'm exhausted to the point where I haven't stopped to acknowledge how far I have come personally and how much I've done. And I know this is you, else you wouldn't be drawn to Mandala 1. So Mandala 1's all about, just watering gently and allowing the sunshine to help grow what you've already planted. Okay, and that is a metaphor, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a metaphor for some of you, remembering this is a general reading. But just sit on your investment, sit on... I'm getting the golden egg. It's like you've laid this golden egg, now you need to sit and wait for it to hatch. So whether this be an investment or just an idea or a creation or just you generally, in the year 2023, it's all about allowing everything to blossom come mid-year. Oh, gosh, that's so refreshing. But the patience is in you pulling back. Make sure you pull back in the first quarter. If you do too much in the first quarter, you're going to be in a state of overload, overdrive, exhaustion, and you really need to be very mindful to avoid any of this. You can add confusion to your situation if you do too much. It's now time to sit back, reap what you've sown. Sit back and let it grow. Let nature take its course. Put your order out. Allow your angels to come in. Allow the universe to meet you halfway. You've done enough. Now it's time to sit back and breathe and allow it to show itself in the first few months of the year. Mid-year, you will then see it come to fruition. But it's all about patience and trust for you to pull back in the first quarter. You've got a lot of love and light here. You've got a lot of angels' assistance that's coming at you. But if you do too much, you'll stir the pot. Okay? So that is the general part of the year. The second half of your year is more momentum, and you'll be guided to what to do. It's more action orientated, where the first quarter, at least half, is not. All right. Now, this is career. Look, you may be unemployed. You may be retired, but the career aspect is very prominent for you regardless. So take it as it resonates. And the card that jumped at us is the Amber Star. And it's all about letting go. I surrender and I allow myself to grieve. There's a lot of red. It could be a carnelian, but I see ruby first. I saw this to be like a ruby. Ruby was the word I heard, but it looks more like a carnelian. So I know that there's a bit of safety and security in doubt going into the new year in regards to career. I feel like, we're seeing the back of this person. So I know you're putting your back to a lot of situations that no longer serve you in the career world. And you're looking at, it could be that you're going solo. You may have had a partnership that no longer serves you. You're going solo, and you're bringing out the depths of your inner knowing. This is a very much a process, very much a process of elimination, So through 2022, I'm seeing that you've tried a few different things or had ideas in different areas, and you've not failed. You've not failed at all. There's things that haven't worked, but you wouldn't know it had you not tried. So 2023, there's a lot of unknown where you're not actually seeing what's coming at you. But again, there's this need for you to release the need for knowing, the control for the first time ever in this aspect. Now, it may not be career, but it's certainly financial rewards that are coming at you. April is significant here, so whether or not there's something coming up in April, but April is a month of just breathing, just breathing, because and it's very similar, isn't it? Because the general card was speaking about, the first quarter is about having the patience, and this actually is very similar to that. In April you'll have more momentum again, and you'll know also in your career. Now the thing is, it feels like there's been a loss in the last year, whether it be a friendship, whether it be an employment, whether it be a past loved one, whether it be financial loss. But there's been a loss, an emptiness here that's going to be filled with something that makes sense as to why it happened. So you're searching for answers, like, why did this happen? Why was it me? Why not somebody else, where I'm a good person, and all these questions that have arisen. So for the first part of the next year, it's all about allowing these emotions to come up and feeling them, and being okay that you're feeling them, and not trying to control too much. Because come April, May, the momentum's going to be flowing here, where you're going to have new opportunities, new ideas, and the flow of money will be there again. So be a bit mindful with your finances over the next few months, but don't get so tight with them that you aren't living, because when you get like that, it's very hard to not be in fear. Okay, so allow yourself to feel the emotion. I've obviously got a neighbour who's just come out to decide to use a whippersnipper out the front, so there's just a little bit of tidying up to do. And it's interesting because the whippersnipper represents the edges, right? So you've got the solid foundation here, but it's just a few of the little edges that need to be tied up. But let yourself feel whatever needs to be felt here. That's a real important message, because you do have a lot of blessings coming to you, a lot of opportunities come April, May. That's where the really things start getting momentum, and it really turns for you. By the end of the year, you're going to be a whole new person, where you're going to be like, why did I even feel like that at the start of the year? Why did I not trust the process? And I know, and my nose gets very itchy when spirit comes really close, so call in your guides and do a lot of meditation and really let those emotions flow. Okay, so that is the career aspect in 2023 for you. And let's go to romance. Woo, we all love romance. Oh my gosh. And see, I get super itchy. So I know something's going on here. I know that you're getting messages that are getting slapped in your face. Please receive them, okay? Because it's a time here that love is really building for you. Now, see, romance and love doesn't need to be with someone else, but it's always nicer to share it. So depending on where you're at, take what resonates, of course. This is a general reading. But the card we get is very soon, okay? Very soon. So for the singles out there, this card would be that you'll have clarity very soon. You'll clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, okay? So for the singles out there, it's like, if we don't put our order out precisely, we will get what we order. So be precise, put your order out to the universe, what you want to attract. Now, it could very well be that you're wanting love with somebody else, or it could simply be you just want to love yourself more and have this year just to nourish yourself and be really strong by the end of the year to share yourself. So take what resonates, like I say. But I feel like you've really time, and this is for everyone, it's time to put your back toward things that no longer make you feel loved, because it doesn't matter how much somebody loves us. If we don't love ourselves enough, we can't receive that love. We just physically cannot. We can say, oh, that's lovely, but doubt it and say, oh, it's really hard to take compliments. Someone says, oh, you look really good, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling really, chubby today. I feel like, I'm bit chubby in the face, or I'm, I haven't slept well, and, or this old top, someone says you look good. Oh, this old top I only bought for Kmart for $5. Like, those sort of responses to compliments really make it hard for you not only to receive, but people to continue to give you these compliments. Because when we give compliments, we want them to be true, because you can smell bullshit from a mile off, right? And if we don't accept them, it's just, I want you to practice saying thank you. Thank you. It's as simple as that. Because when you play down a compliment, it makes it really uncomfortable for everyone. So simply say thank you and allow that to wash through you, that compliment. Just allow it to wash through you, because if you're single, if you're with someone, or whatever your situation is, very soon you're going to get clear on what you actually want. So you're going to put your order out to the universe for who you want to attract, or you're going to be able to set more boundaries in your love life, in the relationship that you're already in, so that you can start reinventing yourself and helping your partner to move and flow with you. Okay, I feel like I want to just pull one more card for this one. I'm getting really hot. Like I'm getting a what are they called? Hot flush. So I know that there's some things going on. So flirt. I want to get a bit excited. I want to get a little bit heated with my actions, and extend your light-hearted energy to others. So let that flush up, let that energy flow. And I know we got this is a bit steamy for some of us, isn't it? It's actually getting a bit steamy. Keep your boundaries, but sorry, I kicked the camera then. Keep your boundaries, but definitely keep your self-respect, but have fun. Let loose a little bit in 2023. You're allowed to flirt. You're allowed to have those compliments come at you, and you're allowed to say thank you. All right? Be mindful of what you're attracting and who you're attracting and why, but stay within your personal morals and let yourself flirt. Let yourself flirt, let yourself giggle, let yourself have fun, because your real theme for the side of romance is fun. So it's patience, but it's fun. So make sure you're having, you're trusting the process, but have fun. So the words for you, the blessings that are coming at you, is the angels helping you with patience, but to have fun in 2023. Does it feel fun? Yes? Go for it. Does it feel fun? No? Well, then work out why and prevent it, or get through it really quick to get to the fun part. And that is your reading for Mandala. Blessings for 2023 for number 1. Okay, Mandala number 2. Let's get into it. Okay. When I shuffle, I like to feel into the energy, because as I swap from each reading, my energy changes, it shifts straight away. And I feel like all of a sudden my throat's a little restricted here. So I feel like in 2022 I had a lot to say, but I actually didn't say it. And it's going to be very different for you, beautiful people, in 2023. Time to speak your truth. Time to get real. Time to, mature into your truth. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Mature into your truth. All right. And the card we pull here is the Dreamer. Beginning, believing, protected. So when you speak into your truth and when you get real with yourself, there's no stopping you. You are in a place now where the restrictions, I feel like you were forced into situations. I mean, a lot of us were in the last few years, but more so, it's something where you've really judged yourself harshly. You've really put yourself under the microscope in the last couple of years, as if I don't do this, I'm a bad person. And you've really scrutinized is the word that they're giving me. So it was... It's really, really confusing what has happened in this energy in the last couple of years, because it feels like you've been doing things that you felt were for others but not truly for yourself. Come 2023, shit is changing. You are getting this inner strength. It's like you've gone through this cocoon and you're coming out the gorgeous butterfly in 2023, and you're like, you know what? This is the real me. And if you are offended, I'm really apologetic. That's how you feel, but there's nothing I can do about it because it's time that I start being me. The word metamorphosis comes through also. So straight away you see in this beautiful card, you've got the dreamer, you've got the angels with wings, but there's also you chasing the butterfly. But the thing is, you are the butterfly. You're coming out on top. You've made some decisions where there's no more of you being restricted, being told what to do, how to feel. And the beautiful thing here is it's the beginning card. You're just at the start. You're at the start of the new version of yourself. You're at the start of really trusting your words. And I'm the first one to say 1,000,000 times, as long as your words come from your heart and they're true, you can't get it wrong. You literally cannot get it wrong. So really feel into when you speak, and there's this guide that you're going to have. Whatever you can dream, you can create. Whatever you want, you can have. And here again, for portal, sorry, not portal, that was last time. For mandala number 1, I got a really itchy nose, so I know spirit's really close. Now, you've got, have you been doing some new work where you've called in new spirit guides? You have new angelic assistance. It's new. It's like whether it's been there for a long time and you've just re-accessed it or accessed it for the first time, but there's some support coming through that's really, really profound. It's time that you really tap into your angelic help, because, and it could be very connected with animals as well. So have a look at the animals that are showing up, and you're really getting that spiritual life. Spiritual life really is taking form in 2023. You've really asked the big questions, and now it's time that you show up. You show up. I'm about 3 years ago, there was a time, and again, this is a general reading, and this will only resonate for some of you, but there was a time about 3 years ago that you were in a place of, oh, wow, you could not talk. If you spoke, you'd almost get in trouble for it. You'd get belittled. You would be shunned. And the wheels are changing. It is going in all your favor. You are speaking up. Some of you may have just come out of a relationship that was no longer serving you. You may very well have moved through some trauma and you work through it and you can now speak about it. Some of you are just literally talking through your feelings, or saying what you want, or telling a story that you had never shared. There's some big shit going on with this energy, because you're now realizing that you are grown. You know, you are an adult. And it's now time to take back that control. When you believe this, so you're at the beginning, when you believe this, call in your spirits, because you're completely protected and safe. You stay in that power, you connect. And what I teach to my clients is we close our eyes down and we draw in the beautiful heavens through our crown chakra, and we draw it down into our heart space. We draw in Mother Gaia from the core of the earth, the energy, and bring it up through all the layers of the crust, all the way through the ground beneath us and through our souls, and draw it up through our body, and let these two energies just mold together, just melt right in our heart space. And if you do that every morning, every night, or whenever you get a minute, just to really connect with our beautiful energies, spirit and Mother Gaia that is there for us to support us, we'll be able to move that energy up into our throat space and speak, because it's your turn. It's your turn. You have been on the sidelines long enough, my beautiful soul, and it's your turn to start believing that your words are worthy. Speak. That is the general part of your reading. And the word for 2023 is speak, share, speak. Now, the career side for you. Just feeling into this. There's a don't know what that means. It's like it's funny how I get my messages. All my clairs switch on. So I get clairaudience, clairvoyance. So seeing, hearing, tasting, feeling, knowing. And at this stage I'm getting things are moving. Things are moving quite rapidly for you when it comes to career. The card I get for you is the Priestess. Embody. Oh. Now, the energy is that of authority. You're in a place now where you can actually call the shots. You can actually make the move. Whether or not you're in management or whether or not you've just got this mutual respect with your colleagues, there's time in 2023 for you to make changes. The changes that suit you, the changes for the higher good of everybody. So you can see things that other people cannot see. And you've been holding this back, and you've had solutions, and like this will resonate with some of you, not all of you, but I feel like if I'm in a team meeting almost, and somebody says they've got a problem, you've got the solution like that, but you haven't been sharing it. And this year, oh my gosh, you are going to knock people's socks off just because you're showing up. You're going to speak. You're going to be able to give the solutions, because everything about you is about truth, and you are a light worker. So, you can really show people what they cannot see, what they're blinded to, what they're ignoring, or what they don't want to accept, or what they don't even know. You can see these things, even though she has her eyes closed. Now, the thing about you is, because when you close your eyes, you can feel, you can sense, and all those clairs switch on. And if this is something you're unaware of, please enhance them. Please grow them, because what we focus on will grow. And because you're a light worker, you're just this beautiful sense of energy. Just when you walk through places, people are drawn to you. They tell you things, and you're like, oh, why are you telling me this? And they're like, oh, I've never said this before, but it's because you hold this energy in this space where people want to be around you, but you've been holding yourself back. And now it's time to speak and share what you know, your knowledge. You can do this in every part of your career, but things are moving quickly. So make sure you know what you want. Be clear going into the new year, because your truth is coming out. So keep speaking. And if you get stuck, talk it through. Talk it through. A lot of the times when I don't know how I'm feeling, I might speak to somebody and let myself just flow. And then I realize why I'm feeling that way. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know what, I feel like I'm so busy or overwhelmed, or I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And then I start talking, and then I think, oh my gosh, no wonder, because I've been doing all that for so long, and all these people wanted all that from me, and I wasn't focusing on my purpose, and blah, blah, blah. And just speaking will give you your answers. Okay, a really nice way of doing that also is speaking to a camera, just for yourself. Let yourself talk, and then watch yourself back and hear yourself like the third person, and then give that person advice, because you're very good at helping others, but now it's time to help yourself, because you're stepping up. You are bossing up in 2023, because when you receive this card, and it's not gender specific, but the Priestess is all about tapping into that femininity, regardless of gender. It's that nurturing side of us where we want to help others, but this time it's for you. Because when you help yourself within your career in 2023, regardless where you are right now, you're going to be able to help others help themselves. Okay? And that is the career aspect to 2023. And let's just go on to the romance at a glance. Never said that before. It's random what they give me. Romance at a glance. Okay. Ooh, we get the passion card for you, my beauty. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Again, it's all about throat chakra. It's about asking for what you want. You're allowed to ask. You're allowed to ask. If it's love you want, ask for it. If it's space you need to just be in your own energy for a minute, to be more present, then ask for it. But the thing is, when you do these things and ask for what you want, be passionate about it. Be passionate about it. And you are a passionate soul. You get so passionate about others. You can easily, just overflow with love and abundance for everybody else. And now it's time to love yourself in 2023 like never before, because the High Priestess has stepped in, which is you. That energy is carrying you through. You are transforming. You're bringing this beautiful beginning in. This new year for you is like no other. It is a time for bringing passion back into that relationship with yourself, because when you treat yourself like that, others will, regardless of your relationship status. This isn't even about others. This is all about you. If you want that person, you will have that person. If you want that person to step up, they will in 2023, because you're going to start really respecting yourself and asking for what you need. And it's really beautiful in relationships when we say, you know what, can I please share with you what I need? And I'll give you a chance in a moment to tell me what you need. Because sometimes we can be in relationships where over time we become complacent and get on with our lives, and they get on with their lives, and we disconnect. Not deliberately, life happens. So we start feeling like it's our obligation just to keep doing what we're doing and not, bother them or step on eggshells. So we start becoming a bit, we retreat. Now it's time for you to come back into this relationship and say, this is where I'm at. This is how I feel. Can you please let me know how you feel? Because at this stage, I'm a little disconnected. We're disconnected, and I'm not sure how you feel or what you need from me. And the thing is, you love to be needed. You love to be of service. So if you can start with yourself, what do you need? Then you can go back to your partner, let them know what you need, but then again, ask what they need. So it can be a mutual team, because it feels a little bit disconnected, like you've been just doing your own thing for a while, stepping back in the shadows. But 2023 is giving you a voice. You are going to share with people how you feel. You're going to bring the solution to them. You're going to ask for what you need. You're going to ask people what they need, so that there's no disconnection and no that communication breakdown, because that doesn't suit you anymore, because you're stepping into your power now. You're connecting with spirit, you're calling in your guides, and you're moving through. If you are single, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be able to get into this energy, and energy, we're all energy, right? So in that energy, you're going to start attracting people that vibe like you anyway. So keep working forward. Just keep speaking, because that energy will move straight into your heart space, straight up into your throat chakra, and you'll be able to speak your truth. Your word is speak for 2023. Oh, so exciting when I see people speak their truth, and I don't need to agree with them, but I love the passion behind that, and that is you. And that is your reading for Mandala number 2 for your blessings into 2023. All right. The final mandala for oh geez, these cards are going everywhere. Wowee. Again, the energy heaps different for this one, isn't it? You have been spinning lots of plates in 2022. I had to even think about the year. Gosh. You have been overloaded with so much. Time to delegate, time to trust and surrender and pass on some of these duties, because you've been doing way too much by yourself, and it's becoming too much where you want to escape and step back. And that's one option, but that's not who you are. You're more of a team player, yet you're not letting people help you. Okay, this just jumped out. And we've got the Queen of Fire. It is intelligent, exuberant, determined. You are one go-getter. You are a ball of energy. The fire inside you is awakening like no other in 2023. And you're receiving a lot of angelic help, but you need to delegate. You need to delegate, because you're spinning too many plates in 2022, and it's taken away from your true purpose. So it's time to get back onto your purpose, because you are going to get shit done big time this year. This is your year. It's really exciting. The blessings that are coming your way. I see flowers, a lot of flowers. So there's a lot of things blossoming, blooming, and you know, it may resonate differently for you, but flowers are very significant for you. So I know there'd have to be a flower name like Daisy, Iris, or something, Rose, those type of names. So there's got to be a flower connection here for you. It's very significant in the year of 2023. Now, delegation is not your strong point up until now. It's been like you have had so much pressures on your back, but you've been carrying it. So whether or not there's a back issue here that's going to rectify in 2023 also, because I feel like I'm sort of slouched down, but I'm going to sit up straight. So there's a lot of that. And if you even have a look at her lounging on the couch, she represents someone who's you know, just taking a moment to sort of sit back and let others do her workload. Not all of it though, just the parts that don't resonate with her anymore. And I'm saying her, but remember, this is not a gender specific reading at all. I used to be in sales for a very long time, and my admin was ridiculous. It was just stupid. There was papers everywhere. I'd lose documents and this, that, and the other. I believe salespeople should not do admin. So what are you doing that you're not designed to do? Delegate. I give all my, I have a virtual assistant now. I give all that work away because I'm shit at it. What are you really trying to do with your time that doesn't light you up? Because it's time you delegate that so you can do what you do best. I don't scrub showers. I'd prefer someone else to do that. Otherwise, I do it resentfully. Now, it doesn't need to be for money. And again, I'm getting an itchy nose, so I know this is the third time. So I know that Spirit's really close here for everybody in 2023. Ask for help. Now, this is something that doesn't come easy to you, but your spirit guides are coming around and saying, just please ask, but take it. Asking for help's easy. Taking it is not. Because the job needs to be done the way you want to do it. But it doesn't need to be anymore. You need to really let yourself trust the process. The word for you is trust for 2023, and delegate. Trust and delegate. It doesn't sit well with you, and that's okay. But if, for a moment, somebody would do that job for you and you didn't have to do it and it got done, how does that feel? Because it's time that you start feeling that way and bringing that energy in. For 2023, trust and delegate is your key to your purpose. Your key to your purpose. You don't have to do it all by yourself anymore. You're actually going to get help. It's going to come in different ways. Different ways. There's going to be new people you'll meet too that you didn't expect that step up. You know, it's interesting when you have some time that's not really great, and the people you expect to show up don't, and the ones that you don't expect do. There's a bit of that going on in 2023 too. I feel like some health issues will also be rectified or handled. You're going to have more answers, and you're going to feel much more in control. Now, career-wise, this one jumped out. It's the cosmic enchantress, wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance. It's really getting clear with what you want and really calling in what that looks like. There's a real big spiritual connection here with what you do. Now, even though you may not be in the spiritual industry, what you do has a massive spiritual impact. It helps people lift and feel better about themselves. Now, this could be anything like a hairdresser that makes them look good, you know, a beautician that, you know, does nails, or you know, you might be a retailer that sells clothes, or anything that helps people feel better about themselves. It doesn't need to be a counselor or a masseur or anything like that. But when people walk away from you, they feel much more in control. And that's the part of the job that makes it all worthwhile for you. I do feel things shifting quick for you. I do feel that things are going to change like a click. So brace yourself for 2023 in a positive way. You've got a lot of angelic help. But make sure every interaction is a win-win. Even with the interactions that challenge you, that make you question who you are. Did I do that right? Did I ask that question? I could have done that better. You know, really that analytical side of self-sabotage perhaps becomes more, how can I do that better? You're getting into a space of really wanting to perfect your delivery. Now, this may very well be that you choose to go onto a path that's different from what you're doing now, because even though you are helping people and they are feeling better about themselves, you want to do more. You want to do more. So allow yourself to reach out, branch out, and be more of a service, but that win-win. It needs to make you feel wholesome, because when you have a hard day's work and come home and you don't feel like you're feeling accomplished, that's can be the downfall for you. But there's a lot of not realizing how much you do for people. So allow people's admiration for you in. Feel it, attract it, ask for it, but give it back, which you do anyway, but it needs to be a win-win. It needs to be more of a win-win with you. Whether or not you are already using crystal grids and you know, manifesting, you know, putting out what you already want, working with the moon, all that sort of stuff, that you'd be really good at that, even teaching others how to do that, creating circles, that type of stuff. But in your career, it's all about the other person for you. And that's what makes you feel wholesome. But in 2023, I want you to see what that person brings to you to help you feel better within and make more win-win connections, because you need to get as much out of this as they are. That's what's happening in 2023 for you. And in that decision, the flow of abundance is going to be coming left, right, and center. You're very, very blessed in 2023. You're very, very blessed. But if you don't choose yourself as well as them, it's going to be much slower than it needs to be. Once you make that decision and set that intention, boom, shit will be coming at you. That's so exciting. Left, right, and center. Allow that in. Allow that in. August is significant as well for you. August, there'll be a big shift in direction, which will bring much more abundance, and the finances that come with it, the financial abundance, is really exciting as well. So that's really cool. Oh, gosh. Seriously, angels, spirit, giving me such an itchy nose. So just people really need to understand that we are so protected this year coming. Call in your angels and expect them to show up. Excuse me, I just threw your cards everywhere with the romance ones. Oh my gosh, hang on. Ooh. There's two and I threw it away. So what's going on with you? It was like I just threw it away. I just threw my hands up and go, this romance stuff is shit. But let's see. Heart-to-heart conversations, religious factors, interesting cards. All right. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. All right. So when it comes to romance in 2023, it feels like it's not as smooth as you wished, right? Because there's this embedded belief system in you. And if it's not you, it's them. Where things have to be a certain way. You know how people go, you got to be married before you have babies, or you've got to be, I don't know, whatever these belief systems are. And it's just a belief system. and we can actually change our beliefs. So in 2023, the first few months might not be as smooth as you wished, but come March, it feels as though there's this shift in belief. And you realize that things can be different. It doesn't have to be that way. Sometimes we don't realize what we believe and what we expect. I also believed that I always wanted to be married before I was a parent. Always wanted to be married before I was a parent. And it happened to be that way. And I didn't realize that I'd put that order out to the universe growing up. And that was purely a choice of mine, because it resonated with me. There's a lot of things that I was taught through religion growing up that over time I just went, that doesn't make sense anymore. Not that it ever did, but it doesn't make sense. So I changed my belief. And there's a bit of your belief around way relationships need to be that is shifting in 2023, which is really exciting, because you're allowing yourself to get back into your power and manifest and create what is real to you. I have a lot of clients come to me and go, oh, blah, 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 this is how my relationship is, and that's that. And I go, okay, but that's your belief, that's your perception. And when we work through things, beliefs can change like that. And I realize in my personal world as well, that we realize that that belief actually isn't serving us anymore, because we're changing. You're changing. You're not who you were 12 months ago, and you're surely not who you will be in 12 months' time. So 2023 in your romance world is all about shifts and changes, and real heart-to-heart conversations where you're going to have to realize where these belief systems came from. Is it from, what you saw growing up with your parents, with your grandparents? Is it ancestral? Is it society? Is it, what the church told you? And you're allowed to shift these beliefs. They don't need to define you. It's purely something you chose at some level, and you can choose to shift them. And that's what's going to work for you come the end of the year, when you realize that it's a real nice place in your relationships. And I know that this is romance, but this is more relationships in general with people, friends, colleagues, family, that type of thing. You're more of you're almost in relationships with everybody that you come in contact with, because you're very much a connected person. But the shifts are going to change in your belief system, which is going to make you feel much more in control, and you don't have to feel so deeply for others. You can do it for yourself, and that will help others be more empowered in how they behave, so that you don't have to attract people that need to be saved, so to speak, for you to be on purpose. You can attract people that want to vibe the same as you. And I tell you what, this nose of mine is so itchy today, and I know that spirit coming in. So you have so much angelic presence around you. Call them in and really work through this year. The romance side of things is pretty exciting, if you ask me, because come the end of the year, you're going to realize how far you've come and how your belief system has really kept you quite narrow-minded in this aspect of your life. And it's really interesting how people go, oh, no, they're not my type. I go, well, they're not your type. So how's that going for you? Your type. You know what I mean? Because you might have a type, but they're not here anymore, and you're open to new relationships. Well, you know what? Maybe your type hasn't been working for you. It's helped you grow and understand who you are better. But maybe it's time to branch out and do something new and attract different types of people, and see what your new type might be, because you're new now too. And that is your reading for blessings coming your way in 2023, you beautiful soul. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, all those algorithm things, and have a very, very beautiful end to 2022. And if you're reading or hearing this in 2023, enjoy the new year. It's going to be absolutely whatever you choose it to be, and I say choose it to be magical. Thank you very much. Mwah. Take care, beautiful souls. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to you. Peace out.